Thank you, everyone, and welcome to Trivia Night on this rainy Monday, October 13th, 2025, where you have the chance to win $50 whole. That's right. From me to you, I'll give it happily if you win and prove that you're the smartest person on this planet. And as usual, we'll be doing it on Kahoot. That's right. So if you feel like it, download it. It's easier. But you can do it on a browser as well. So don't worry. And if you're jazzed up to be here, let me get some TGIMs going in chat. I see them going already. That's right. We don't look forward to Fridays. We look forward to Mondays. There we go. There's Liam in chat. How's everybody doing on this fine Monday? Rainy, where I'm at. I don't know about where you are, but I personally love the rain. We're looking like we have some excellent connection. I always want to make sure we're not lagging. We don't want anybody lagging behind. But, because if you don't know, on Kahoot, which we always play on, you get more points the quicker you answer. So not only do you want to be right, but you want to be quick. Jody! TGIM. What the hell, Liam? Where the hell are you? Liam says it's early hours on a Tuesday. I thought you said Thursday for a second. I was like, how is that even possible? Liam, where are you located? If you feel like saying. The UK, brother. The fresh cut. What do y'all think? You like the fresh cut? Looking clean? Over in the UK. What's that? What do you got? 5 hours on us over there, I think? We're East Coast time around here. Hold up, let me download it, Zay says. I like your cut, G. Kels! We're all over the place. 1 a.m., gosh darn, brother. Up late. Well, you put on an amazing performance last week in your rookie showing, if I remember correctly. And, hey, this might be your week. Bring home that sweet, sweet cash. But yeah, how was everybody's weekend? And how was everybody's holiday, formerly known as Columbus Day? Does anybody get that off now? Or is it just not a holiday anymore? Let me open up a new tab and get logged into Kahoot. Did kids have school today? Hey, that's awesome. You found me. It just showed up on your front page on your on the browse tab or your front page. Well, I'm jazzed that you decided to click in and stick around. And hopefully you just keep coming back. And hopefully you win. I don't know how I feel about this week's 1 a.m. That's dedicated, Juanito says. Garrett! Liam, spread the word on the boys across the pond. To the boys across the pond. That's what we need. Stream elements in chat. I've never set up the bot. I don't know how it's talking, but maybe I'll set it up. But yeah, how was everybody's Monday? Huh? Anything good happen? Like I said, it's been rainy out my way. Just double checking real quick, make sure we are looking good to go. Better now. That's what we like to see, Kels. I know we had a big week last week. The stiff competition as well. Also, I don't want to do that. So I made a Discord. If anybody, I'm sure some of you know what that is, but I will link that if y'all want to join it, and then you can hop in. You can chit chat with one another. You can talk about trivia night. You can give me other stream ideas, and yeah, I'm still building it out. It's pretty basic right now, but I will link that in. Actually, I don't. Where is? Oh, there it is. If you all feel like it. When you eating that tomato? Ooh, Diana's starting out. She wants to start a baking company. Pin the code. Taryn's ready to rip. She's like, don't let anybody else get in here. Or yeah, I'll do the Discord thing later, but look for that. I will put it in the description of this, and I'll make a community post about it. And also, if you look in the description right now, there is a link where you can put in your name for when we do the official rankings for the weekly trivia. But if we take a peek at the updated leaderboard for the winners, at least, not the full leaderboard. Little update. With last week's win, C+I has moved up in the leaderboard for the all-time leaders with 2 wins. Now they are firmly in 4th place. The code. All right, folks. But still, Tiff holding firm on that first place. But Julia and Sean could take it from her. But C+I is eyeing it, trying to get that first place spot. But let me make a pin for y'all. Bam. Creating pin. Boom. Get on in. Come on. Come on. Speak up. Why is the audio bad? Juan in there quick. Tiff. Oh, Tiff's looking to stretch that lead out. Get up to 5 wins. Let's throw that in chat. And then we will pin that for anybody who's coming in late. Message pinned. Tear Bear, Mike C, Gary, McMillan, Paulie Black. I know Paulie Black wants it so bad. Donald Duck. Harambe, I saw Harambe last week. G Money, Jody Liam, Sarah Bob and Tiff, Kelske Bitches, as usual, showing up and showing out. Blue Crab, the legend. Go ahead, everybody. Don't be shy. Get on in. Some Pig Fig. Treen Bean. Clint Taurus. We're going to get any Mike Hunts in here? Sorry, I thought I heard something. Thought I heard something wacky. This week, so I think I've been somewhat happy with the questions we've been doing. You know, a mixture of some harder stuff but with some easier stuff, so you gotta some of them that everybody will know, so they just answer real quick. You know, it keeps everybody on their toes. 19, folks. 19. Better odds. 18. 18. We're dropping. Zay says he was the first in chat. He was. We'll give it a little bit. Let anybody swing back in if they want. Sean looking to extend it or try to take the lead from Tiff, or at least tie it. He's got a chance. Ace. 20. 21. What do we think? A little more close knit this week. A little easier competition for y'all. Jesse. We'll let it go a little bit longer, and then we'll fire it up. But 22 looks like it may be the number. Fire it up. Garrett says, don't let anybody else in. Let's get ripping. Dangus. 22 it's looking like 22 is the number, folks. We'll give it another short little bit. Another couple 20 seconds. Back to 22. G-Pack. Had a good showing last week, if I remember. 23. 24. I got a message from Productions. I agree, Productions. But 25, all right. Is that the number, folks? We'll let it hit 25 again. $25, and then we're firing it up. 25. Oh, 24. Get back in there. Whoever's missing. Okay. G-Money's back in. Donald Duck's back. We're at 26. Okay, folks. And Trivia Night, October 13th, 2025, on a rainy Monday, starts right now. Let's go. And the first question of tonight is, in South Africa, what would you call this? A robot, a clanker, a flasher, or a tree? What do the South Africans call this? A robot, a clanker, a flasher, or a tree? I want to see everybody answer. Get all them answers in. No child left behind in this chat. Oh, snap, folks. It is a robot. Who was the lucky one? It was Tiff. You guys might be in trouble tonight. Tiff came to play. Our all-time reigning champ. Putting the C word is crazy like that. Should I have said clanka? The term dates back to the 1920s when they used to be human operated, the signals, and then they became automated. So they called them robots. Kind of weird, and it just stayed into the vernacular of the South Africans. But, and also, for those who didn't know, Tiff has been to South Africa, I believe. But let's continue with another question. The lady doth protest too much means, I think she is guilty, she is annoying, has too much free time, who cares? The lady doth protest too much. Which of these best describes that? I think she's guilty, she's annoying, she has too much free time, or who cares? That's right. We think she's guilty. And specifically, Queen Gertrude. Okay, Tiff's, she's not letting off here. Okay, a lot of people knew this one and got it quick as well. But of course, that is from William Shakespeare's Hamlet. Queen Gertrude says that about someone. And it is when you overly try to prove your innocence or that you do not agree with something, sometimes you come off as you actually are lying. And it can be true. The lady doth protest too much. Kels is on fire. Watch out, folks. All right. Another question coming in hot. Rebecca Black released her notorious single in 2011 called Welcome to the Black Parade, Stacy's Mom, Friday, or Baby. I don't think we like the music that loud, do we? Rebecca Black, notorious single. Welcome to the Black Parade. Stacy's mom, Friday or baby? Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I sneak in the little easy ones, and you just got to answer quick so you get the most points. How'd we do? Oh, snap. Leaderboard switched up quick. Tiff still on fire. Terra Bear getting into second, though. Jesse, G-Pack, Harambe. All right. You got one. Chill. But Kels, you are on fire, and freaking lock back in, okay? If you got unlocked, lock back in. And everyone, make sure you're live, okay? You want to be as... Sometimes it tricks you. It says you're live, but make sure you're fast forward all the way forward. You don't want to lag behind. You don't want to miss out on any points, but let's keep going. Okay, with this, with a fun fact first. Miss Black went on to have a somewhat successful career, actually. This was her back in 2011, and this is her now. She actually released some studio albums with some actual positive feedback and reception. I've seen her actually on some podcasts even. So, who would have known? I don't know if anybody remembers. I mean, some people remember it, obviously, but it was quite the meme back then. Let's keep it going. What is the largest muscle in the human body? The gluteus maximus, the transverse abdominis, the pectoral major, or the femur? The largest muscle in the human body. Gluteus maximus, transverse abdominis, pectoralis major, or the femur? The largest muscle in the human body is the gluteus maximus, folks. It is not the femur, because that is the largest bone. How'd we do? Oh, snap. Tiff opens the door a little bit. Jesse comes in hot. Harambe, Sean getting up there. Liam. 1 o'clock for Liam, folks. It might be late, but he's still ready to rip. A little fun fact. The primary extensor of the hips. I got a large bone for your body, Garrett says. Is the primary extensor of the hips, which allows for powerful movement. It's what allows us to stand up as humans in an upright position. And it's the largest in the human body. The largest by surface area is right here, the lateralis dorsus. For your buddy, not your body. But yeah, so now if you didn't know that, now you do. But make sure you're live, and let's keep it moving. Who won the only NBA Finals MVP on the losing team? Jerry West, Mike Jordan, LeBron James, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? The only player in NBA history to win Finals MVP but be on the losing team. Jerry West, Mike Jordan, LeBron James, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? That's right, folks. It was Mr. Jerry West. Believe it or not. And it was not Mike. He never lost a finals, actually. How'd we do? Oh, and Tiff gets that one. Okay. All right. The logo, as he became famously known, averaged 37.9 points, 7.4 assists, and 4.7 rebounds during the series. And this was actually the first time the MVP was awarded in the finals, back in 1969. Mr. Jerry West, the logo himself. But make sure you're live, and let's keep it moving. The Persian Gulf War began with the invasion of what country? Qatar, Kuwait, Iraq, or USA? The Persian Gulf War began after the invasion of which nation? Qatar, Kuwait, Iraq, or the USA? And that is Qatar. Iraq was the one doing the invading. How'd we do? Okay. You all better be careful. Don't let Tiff run away with this. But we got Jesse in second place, Sean, Gary, and some pig fig coming up. 11 places for Juan on that one. Okay. Little fun fact. The ground portion of the Gulf War lasted only about 100 hours, believe it or not. They came in with a ton of tanks and military force, and it was all over. Obviously, the staging portion took longer than that, but the actual ground operation. Did you just give the wrong answer? The answer was Kuwait. And I think we got it right. But check the VOD. We can check it real quick. Ignore her. It is Kuwait. Yes. Okay. It's all right. Now, hey, never be afraid to check and see if I frigged something up. John told me. All right. Let's keep it moving. Make sure you're live. What leaves are used in the making of pesto? Pesto leaves, parsley leaves, basil leaves, or spinach leaves? Which leaves are used in the making of pesto? Pesto leaves, parsley leaves, basil leaves, or spinach leaves? Okay, there we go. All right. Y'all are back on pace with the basil leaf. How'd we do? Okay. Jesse's creeping in. Some pig fig on fire, though. Jesse, and then Gary. Okay. All right. You got to be quick, folks. Make sure you are quick. Genoa hosts a world championship of pesto with mortar every year. It's actually, they say it's the birthplace of pesto, the origin. And they take it very seriously over there. Don't mess around with the Genoans. Genoa. You don't mess around with their pesto is what I'm getting at. All right. I'm actually a big fan of pesto. But enough of me talking, and let's get another question. A one-humped camel is called a palindrome, a dromedary, a unimound, or an ursidae. A one-humped camel. Palindrome, dromedary, unimound, or ursidae. That's right, folks. It is a dromedary. How'd we do? Oh, okay. Tiff opens the door. Sean gets a little bit on that one. Gary, Tear Bear, and Jesse still on the leaderboard. All right. This, of course, is the dromedary, and this is the brachian. I was lagging on stream, Tiff says. Uh-oh. Somebody hit the lag switch on Tiff. Look out. I forget how actually, what it is, like brachy something. Brachian for 2. But everyone, make sure you're not lagging. Make sure you're alive. Before we get to the next question, I don't want anybody losing me because of lag. Okay? Is everybody ready? You are. Look at those humps. All right. And let's move on to the next question, which is Wednesday Addams' middle name is Jean, Friday, Ophelia, or John? Wednesday Addams, what's her middle name? Get them answers in. I want to see everybody answer. I don't want anybody lagging. Okay? Miss Wednesday Addams. It is Friday. Believe it or not, it is Friday. Wednesday, Friday Addams. Oh, snap. Tiff, are you lagging again? You're letting people get back in the game. Okay, Tear Bear and Sean are coming. Jesse and Gary. Juan gets 8 spots on that one. The obviously Wednesday, it's been very popular in the last few years with the Netflix series about it. Because the original Addams Family was from like the 60s, I believe. But yeah, it broke a record for the first week of watch time. 341 million, 0.2 of watch hours in the first week. An English language series record on Netflix. But everyone, make sure you're live. I don't want you to lag. 30s, Enchanted says. But let's keep on moving. Which country has the longest continuously used national flag? France, Turkmenistan, Denmark, or Greece? They've had it for quite some time. France, Turkmenistan, Denmark, or Greece? The oldest one. Oh, it is Denmark. I feel a little... I don't like when most people get it wrong. Oh, it's nothing changes on the leaderboard, but Nick Flood coming in hot with 9 places on that one. Okay. I kind of made some hard ones this week, I guess. Here's a little graphic of it. Denmark, they said the design has been around since like the 1400s, but it has nationally been, they accepted it nationally in 1625, followed closely by the Netherlands in 1660, then Nepal in 1743, and then nobody else until UK in 1801. Let's go, Flood! Story of my life. Kahoot is always lagging on stream for some reason. Well, you got to get your internet right. But it is Denmark. And so if you didn't know that, now you do know that. But speaking of flags, I believe the next question is along those same lines, which is, which country's flag is this? Bam. Thailand, Morocco, Israel, or Turkey? Which country's flag? Thailand, Morocco, Israel, or Turkey? Take a peek. You better be live. I don't want you lagging behind. That is Morocco. Look at y'all. Okay. Y'all are locking back in. How did we do? Okay, there we go. Now we're back at it. Everyone on the leaderboards. Oh, G-Pack getting 7 spots on that one, though. Highest climber. It's a pretty tight race. We got 1,800 from 1st to 5th. And I'm sure down here is just nipping right at Gary's heels right now. Morocco was the first country, actually, to recognize the United States, establishing trade in 1777. Just a year after we declared our independence in 1776. And Morocco said, hey, they're a country. We're going to trade with them. Shaking my head. Dead zone connection, Lauren says. Friggin', you got to get on that. You got to get on that good internet. But everyone, make sure you are live. Do not lag. And let's get another question. Cuneiform was the first written system used by the Chinese, Sumerians, Egyptians, or the Inca. Cuneiform. Famously, the first recognized system of writing. There's been many, but most say it is cuneiform. Was used by the Chinese, Sumerians, Egyptians, or Inca. That's right, the Sumerians. Zay trying his misinformation in chat. How'd we do? Oh, snap. Bob coming in hot. Getting 4th spot on that one, 4th place. But Tiff stretches her lead. Look out, folks. You don't want that. And here's an example of cuneiform. I believe it's something, the word cuneiform, or what was my fun fact? The Sumerians, they developed cuneiform in Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, about 3200 BCE. It's a long time ago. Friggin' 5,300 years ago? 5,200 years ago, I mean. I learned that in school, Zay says. But yeah, cuneiform, it refers to like, it's something to do with wedges. Cuneiform, if it's, I forget the language, it might be Latin, but because it's very wedge-like, the writing of the characters. Zay's Bob. But, all right, so make sure you're live, and let's keep it moving. Camp Crystal Lake was the setting of which horror film? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, Candyman, or Friday the 13th? It's spooky season, folks. Where was Camp Crystal Lake, or what film was filmed there? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, Candyman, or Friday the 13th? Which of these very famous, that's That's right. Friday the 13th. Zay giving the right answer in chat this time. It was Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees, who was actually not the main bad guy. Or I don't want to spoil. Oh, Tiff gets after it some more. Sean, Bob, Jesse, and Tear Bear. All right. Tiff's back in the game. What do we? Okay, but still, the lead has actually shrunken a bit from first to fifth. All right. This is actually what Jason Voorhees looked like in the first movie. It was, I guess, so the actual name of the camp it was filmed at was a Boy Scout camp in Hardwick, New Jersey, called Nobi-Boosku. Nobi-Boosku. Camp Nobi-Boosku in Hardwick, New Jersey. But yeah, Jason Voorhees, before he became the guy with the mask, he was just a dead boy before he was a mass murderer. I actually think he has one of the lowest death counts of like the big killers. And they say it's Halloween. I think Halloween's a superior movie by far, but let's keep it going. But make sure you're live. How many periods are in a hockey game? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Get those answers in quick. Come on. Get them in quick. Come on. I want to see high scores on this one. How many periods are in a hockey game? That's right. There are 3. Zay trying his disinformation still. How do we do? Oh, snap. Okay. Jesse. Liam gets back on the leaderboard. Jody. 3 in a row for Jody. All right. What do we got? About 1,200. Or no, what's that? 14. Yeah. Or no, 16. Why? Yeah, 16-ish. We still got lots of questions to go, folks. We're getting some censoring in chat. The disinformation the mods do not like. Little fun fact. Speaking of hockey, this is the progression of the Stanley Cup over the years. Started out like this, and then it grew and grew, and then they redesigned it, and then they redesigned it again in 2014. And this is the current Stanley Cup that the NHL plays for. But enough joking around. I need you all to lock in, and let's get another question going. Linen is made from which plant? Hemp, flax, cotton, or wheat? Jesse, save this for your stand-up. Linen is made from which plant? Hemp, flax, cotton, or wheat? Linen. It is flax. Zay doing his disinformation, or actually correct information this time. How did we do on the leaderboard, though? Oh, snap. Tiff opens up that door a little bit. Or did Tiff? Yeah. Okay, no, yeah. I said Bob gets a little bit. Jesse. Tear Bear still getting after it. Sean's on a 3 in a row streak. He cut it down to, what's that? 800 points. All right. This is what flax looks like. And it's actually a weird fact about flax is that, or linen, is that it gets 10% stronger approximately when it's wet. Kind of an odd little nuance of linen. I actually don't have any linen. Let me think. No, I don't own any linen. I don't have any nice linen shirts for Miami. Going down Miami. Throwing on my linen. But let's keep it going. Make sure you're live. Sirius Black is from XM Radio, Harry Potter, Chronicles of Narnia, or Lord of the Rings. Jackson says he's cooked. Sirius Black is from which of these answers? XM Radio, Harry Potter, Chronicles of Narnia, Lord of the Rings, or actually it is Harry Potter. I'm personally not a big Harry Potter guy. I've actually seen some of the movies. I read the first book, but not the biggest. I'm a Lord of the Rings guy. Oh, snap. Okay. Taylor gets a spot on Jesse on that one. Donald Duck 6 answers in a row. Donald Duck is freaking on fire down here. Y'all better watch out, leaderboard. Not a XM Sirius radio? Sirius XM radio? Surprisingly, no. This is Sirius Black from the movies. Gary Oldman played Sirius Black. In fact, I've never seen a movie that he was in. I don't know how far along in the series that was. I've just always known that he's in that. But shall we keep it moving, folks? Let's take a quick second. Make sure you're live. Quick breather. Everyone tune back in live. Make sure you're not lagging behind. I want you to get as many points as possible. Are we ready? All right. Liam, do you know Harry Potter? That's racist. Not every person from the UK knows freaking Harry. All right, let's keep it moving. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog is a pangram, homophone, soliloquy, or a haiku. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog is a what? Pangram, homophone, soliloquy, or haiku? It is a pangram. And who knew it on the leader? Oh my goodness. It is freaking turning into a tight race with Jody soaring onto the leaderboard. And Sean closing that gap to under 100 points. Bob still in it. Jody, like I said, came flying in. Terror Bear still getting after it. There are a couple more examples are the 5 boxing wizards jumped quickly and packed my box with 5 dozen liquor jugs. They all contain every letter of the alphabet, which is a pangram. I forgot to say that. That's what a pangram is, if y'all didn't know. I got a little ahead of myself. Yeah, those are some of the famous ones. The 5 boxing wizards jumped quickly. But I'd say the most famous one is the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And it contains every letter, at least once, of the alphabet. Well, folks, we're getting down to the end here. So anybody who wants to win better lock in. It's a tight race right now, so let's keep going. What is a limerick? Speaking of haikus, a 3-line poem with 575 syllables, a long, detailed poem that tells a fantastical story, a 14-line poem in iambic pentameter, or a town in Ireland. Which of these is a limerick? Oh my goodness, folks, I pranked y'all too hard. Oh no. I'm sorry. Go ahead and tell me I'm the worst friggin' trivia guy around. It is a town in Ireland. A 3-line poem with 575. That is a haiku. A long, detailed poem with fantastical stories is an epic. And a 14-line poem with an iambic pentameter is a sonnet. Rigged! But limerick, as far as poems go, a limerick it's a 5-line poem with an AABBA. Is that the rhyme scheme for it? But it is also a town in Ireland. So nothing changes on that one. I'm sorry, that was a bad question, I guess. I'm sorry, all right? And here it is. Limerick. Limerick, Ireland. But now you know. But I'll try not to do any more questions like that. That was a bad question, I think. That was on me. Everyone gets $1,000 now. No, I'm just kidding. One day, maybe. But now we're really getting down to the nitty-gritty. So freaking lock in. Make sure you read the question. Read all the answers good. And let's keep going. This dog breed was known as the nanny dog. German Shepherd, Border Collie, Italian Greyhound, or Stafford Bull Terrier. Sorry, Staffordshire. I'm getting called out for the non-capitalization of Limerick as well. And why did you say a Limerick? But it is the Staffordshire Bull Terrier. They were known as nanny dogs. Oh, Tiff opens up that lead on Sean a bit. Okay. Tear Bear gets a spot from Jody, Bob, and Sean. I just feel bad about that. My terrible question for y'all. And here's a little Staffordshire, just a little pup. Because they were quite very friendly with humans. They would love little babies. They don't really attack people, but they hate other dogs. Not necessarily hate other dogs, but they're very protective of the ones they love. We might be down to the last question here, folks. So make sure you're live and make sure you're locked in. All right? You ready? All right, let's go. PJ in the NATO phonetic alphabet would be Pizza Jim, Papa Juliet, Pastry Juice, or Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. How would you say PJ in the NATO phonetic alphabet? Pizza Jim, Papa Juliet, Pastry Juice, or Whiskey Tango Foxtrot? Sorry, I'm still flustered. Okay, look at y'all. Now you got locked back in. But now the question is, who got that last question right? We'll get a little fun fact. It's actually not a phonetic alphabet at all, and it was actually not created by NATO either. It's a spelling alphabet, but I think a phonetic alphabet is just any alphabet. Like our normal alphabet is a phonetic alphabet. This is a spelling alphabet, I believe. Or I don't know what the distinction is, but I know it's not either of the things that it's called. But now, despite me doing a terrible question and y'all being mad at me and never coming back, I'd still like to find out who was the champion this week. Are y'all ready? And in third place, on this October 13th, with 9,220, is Bob. And in second place, with 10,116 points, is Sean. And the returning champion, not by much, but 10,878 points, is Tiff. We haven't had a Tiff win in a couple weeks, but she managed. And then Tear Bear and Jody getting that 4th and 5th place spot. Congrats, Tiff, everybody in chat. Is everyone terribly upset with me for my terrible questions this week? I'm sorry. Yes. You are the worst game master of all time. I almost didn't play tonight, Tiff said. Well, you know what that means, folks? Tiff has extended her current lead. Let's update the list right now. That's way. Tiff is a 5-time champion now. That question put me in a bad mood. And I'm robbing you of 50. So now Tiff has gotten her 5th win, setting her as the current and the current before champ with a score of, what was it? It was 10,878. 10,878. Let's take a quick peek. The updated Tiff with 5 wins. Julia and Sean with 3 wins apiece. Juan, Treen Bean, Fowler's Fines, Tear Bear, El Cooler, Arlen W, Swims with Loons, all with 1, and then C+I in 4th place with 2 wins. And if you want to get on this list, just make sure you win. All right. But I'm sorry about the bad question. I know you all hate it. Because I'm an OG from the first stream. I know, Tiffany, did you see I went through the whole progression here? You were the first back-to-back. You were the first two-time. You were the first back-to-back. Then Julia came through. She was a back-to-back. Then Sean recently got the back-to-back status. He had an opportunity for the three-peat, but unfortunately C+I took it last week, and then Tiff this week. Then Tiff, do you want to spin the wheel, or do you want that sweet, sweet cash? Tiff is the greatest of all time. Tiff, don't be afraid to take the cash if you want. Everyone will try to bully you into making me spin the wheel of punishments. Dangus says wheel. Blue Crab says cash. Tiff, what do you want? It's you, whatever you want. Also, you can see I hung up kind of rattly some of you guys' things that you won or that you bought last week or a few weeks ago now. I will finish the mural soon. Wheel. Spinning your chair for 67 seconds. Tiff, you taking that sweet, sweet cash? Or are you spinning the wheel? Let the people know. Tiff says always. What does that mean, Tiff? Nick says so proud right now. I'll read before. Wait, I missed. Tiff, I'm not seeing your answer. She said, yeah, well, I don't know. Did it not get through? Sweet, sweet cash from the town of Limerick. All right, Tiff saves me another wheel spin this week, folks. Don't worry. You guys will get a wheel spin eventually. And I will be paying up the stuff that I owe soon as well. Danga says, boo! Also, folks, remember to enter in Seems Staged. But you should totally eat a tomato. No. Better be a real mealy tomato. Good trivia night, Blue Crab says. What do you owe? Definitely inside job. Those questions were tomatoes worthy. All right, everybody, throw tomatoes in chat. Let's make a bet. If Tiff wins next week, you eat 2 tomatoes. I'm not taking that bet. Tiff's too good. People have been getting pretty good. The scores have been consistently over 10,000. No, you eat a tomato hornworm. Anybody who hasn't already, remember to enter the $500 or not $500, 500 subscriber giveaway, where I'll be giving $50 to 5 different people. You just go watch my most viewed video, watch it all the way through, and leave a comment about your favorite part. I think I didn't do great this week. I let you all down. But I will come back stronger next week. I'll make sure they're all, because I think some of them were too hard too. There were a couple that were only a couple people got. So I need to make sure that it's hard but not too hard. What's happening with the signs back there? Those are the signs you guys got. Live nudes, and please don't do coke in the bathroom. It's just leaning. Yeah, it's just leaning up against. There's like a little table back there, and it's just leaning back. But also, what was I going to say? Yeah, like I said, I apologize. It wasn't my best performance this week. I will also... I've been meaning to game, like I've been saying. I haven't gamed yet. I wanted to play this game, Baby Steps. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's a game that makes you... It's got really stupid controls, and you can't do it good. The music is too loud! Sorry, Dangus. Empty promises, Taryn says. I did just post a short, though. Octodad. Y'all should go check out my short after. Been doing some land clearing. Good to throw in the challenging ones from time to time. But yeah, I guess I was just off my game completely this week. With that, I will come back stronger next week, okay? Bring back drinking drinks. Getting some more text from productions. What Garrett said, bring back drinking drinks. I'd like to launch an investigation on everyone who isn't me. I will be doing some more drinking drinks. I have some stuff in the... Oh, what am I... Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen right now. Sorry. But I will be doing some more drinking drinks. Do not worry. My slow season's coming up, so we're going to be doing a lot more videos and a lot more streaming. Okay? You hear me? With that being said, like I said, I feel like I didn't do great this week. Y'all were displeased, and I will do better next week, all right? But before you go, at least throw me a shred, all right? Give me a little shred. And if you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And like I said, I will make a post about the Discord if you want to join the Discord. We need more OG Vern, the drinking drinks. But yeah, thanks again. I get jazzed every Monday when I get to see y'all. All right. Until next week, but hopefully before then.